Hi, my name is Vishal Kumar Seshagiri Rao Anil and my Unity ID is bseshag. This is a demonstration for the Devops Homework 1 which I have split into two parts. The first part consists of one Ansible playbook which will take care of the prerequisites to install VirtualBox and phpvirtualbox together, which will be used to create a mini VCL environment. So on the left, you see the playbook that I've written that consists of all the tasks required to establish this. And on the right, there is a VM which was created manually using Vagrant to be able to run Ansible and to run Ansible playbooks to remotely configure devices. Now let's start off by running the playbook. Now as the playbook is running, let me just go through some of the tasks that I've carried out on the left here. Initially, we just carry out an apt-get update to update all of the packages. After that, we are installing certain dependencies that are required, and then we are rebooting all of the nodes to take all of the dependencies into effect. After that, we are adding certain apt sources so that you can derive the Xenial packages from there. Once we're done with that, we are installing VirtualBox itself, and we are adding a user to the VirtualBox VBox users group. After that, we are downloading the extension pack which is required to install PHP and to be optimally using VirtualBox. Now there's also a list of packages that we are installing in order to facilitate PHP VirtualBox. As you can see here, there is Apache 2 PHP and several other packages. Finally, we are installing PHP VirtualBox itself. Now some of the tasks that we have used here or the modules from Ansibles are very generic modules. So if you see here, we are using something called the apt module, which is nothing but the apt-get updates. Then we are using certain simple command modules. If there is no ready-made package, we are simply running commands on the remote machine. And also we use packages such as getURL, which is used to download content from the internet onto your local machine or the remote host that you're trying to configure. Apart from that, we also have things like unarchive, which we use here to unzip the contents of a zip file. We are using modules like synchronize. So synchronize is used to synchronize the contents of two directories. We are using file modules, which is used to change permissions on a file. Copy module to copy files. Replace certain contents within files using regex, which the replace module realizes. And finally, we are using the service module to restart certain services. So you can see that the entire process is proceeding smoothly on the right on our remote host. All of the tasks have been written there for the user to be able to understand what is happening on the remote machine. So now it's going through reboot in order to take all the effects of the packages that we have installed. We are adding certain apt keys to include certain distributions. Now we are installing the actual VirtualBox package. So the VirtualBox installation seems to be taking some time. Since I have a free version of a screencast software, I'm very apprehensive about its editing capabilities. So let's sit patiently through this. The remote host is also a headless Ubuntu server, a 1604 Ubuntu server. And Ansible is also running on a 1604 Ubuntu VM. Okay, VirtualBox seemed to have installed. Now it's moving along a little faster. So my learning from this whole homework was the power of Ansible, the things that can be achieved by simple modules, tasks in Ansibles across very vast, widespread environments in data centers and clouds are very, very remarkable. So initially it takes some time to get familiarized with all the commands and the modules and the tasks, but once you're familiarized with it, it's very straightforward and simple. So I think it's reached the end of it. So now we know the IP address is 192.168.33.77 is what you see here. So let's go check out the IP address and open up PHP VirtualBox. So we can see that we successfully installed PHP VirtualBox. Now we can log into it using the default credentials. So the login was successful. Now let's spin up a new VM. Let's call it test. Let's give it very low memory of about 200 MB maybe, because this is just for test purpose. Creating a virtual hard disk, a VDI, dynamically allocated around, let's say, 4 GB of memory. Let's create it. So you see that a new VM was created here and can be easily run. Thank you for your attention.